There is a revolution right where you are. It starts with a bounce, literally. It's often said that human beings only use 2 to 20% of their potential, even geniuses. But it's not because we need to evolve or we need to learn. It's habit. It's because for millennia, human beings have been led by one person or a group of people to not be fully educated, to not have freedom of speech, to not have freedom of movement, to not be free to empower, to build their businesses and etc., to become autonomous and sustainable because individuals or groups of people have wanted to have power over large groups of people. And it's gone on for so many centuries that even geniuses and enlightened peoples today are restrained in so many ways that they're not even aware of, because we have been led for millennia to feel reluctant to shake the status quo. Bouncing is one of the most ancient forms of mind, body, spirit, well-being, and fitness, and it's been proven to be one of the healthiest things in the world. And yet, kids from the tiniest age who wiggle and fidget and bounce are taught not to and punished if they do. And if you're an adult and you wiggle and jiggle and bounce standing in a grocery line or in a meeting, people will be disturbed and be concerned that there's something wrong with you, and they might come up to you and ask you if you're having an epileptic seizure. I'm an adult and I wiggle and jiggle and bounce all of the time whenever I want to, and people frequently come up to me and ask me if I'm having an epileptic seizure. And yet, well, there was a study that was done of a bunch of Olympic athletes doing everything a bunch of kids do in a park for an afternoon or a day. And by the end of the day or afternoon, the Olympic athletes were toast. And the study said something like, oh, there's something kids have that we lose when we're adults. That is such BS, because I know contra dancers, which is a form of American folk dance, a robust dance. They're all ages, but about 50% of them are average between the age of 50 and 65. And they dance all night. At midnight, they digest a cheeseburger, milkshake, and French fries, make love, and then dance till dawn. There are Morris dancers, which is a kind of originally British Isles folk dance where you leap, hop, and skip, and at the same time thwack wooden sticks expertly into the center of a group of people, making designs, thwacking them in the center. And they, again, it's a multi-age community, but about 50% of the community averages between the age of 50 to 65, maybe even a little more on the 65 side. And they dance in 113-degree heat in a festival all day, frequently inebriated. And then they go bar hopping and continue to dance all night, expertly hitting the wooden sticks in the different patterns, leaping, skipping, and hopping. So what's between us and our potential is a wall of mist, because there is no wall. Anyways, I have a whole bunch of solutions and things which introduce bouncing into the world in our environmental design, in new kinds of practices, traditions, exercise, from the literal and material to the bounciness that is the kind of joy that bubbles up from deep within. So I hope you enjoy. And early human beings ran, walked, and climbed all day. There is so much more that we have the potential to do than what we are led to believe. And there is a vast multi-network of around the world of joyful, chutzpah-filled, free-thinking human beings who are not concerned about what other people think, who are willing to look and see what's before them, rather than let someone whose eyes are closed tell them what to see. Kids climb walls while multitasking. We will be seeing teachers that climb bigger walls and multitask even more. It's time not to curb our enthusiasm, to be friendly to the word hyper and let it come out of the closet. No matter how old you are or what your health or fitness is, change is movement. Change is bouncy. It's important to bounce to change and be resilient to change.